Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your love reading for April 2017. We are working with two decks again, so let's go ahead and begin. This is going to be for confirmation. We will get to that in a minute, but first let's get you 9 cards from this deck. And this is the love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for April 2017. The first card that you have, Sagittarius, is Judgment. Love reading for Sagittarius, April 2017. Four of Wands. Love reading for Sagittarius, April 2017. The World. Love reading for Sagittarius, April 2017. The Ace of Swords. Love reading for Sagittarius, April 2017. The Hierophant. Love reading for Sagittarius, April 2017. The Three of Wands. Love reading for Sagittarius, April 2017. The Four of Cups. Love reading for Sagittarius, April 2017. The King of Pentacles. Love reading for Sagittarius, April 2017. And the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the card at the bottom of the deck is going to represent the main energy around your love life for the month of April. And you have the Knight of Swords. So to me, the Knight of Swords, this represents impulsive actions, impulsive thoughts, and a lot of things happening and changing around you. We will see how this ties in with the rest of the reading. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it one card at a time. The first card that you have here is Judgment. So Judgment is a major arcana, and I'm just noticing here that we have Judgment and the World, both major arcanas. It's always significant when we have two majors and a minor card in the middle. I always feel like they're really highlighting what is here. Judgment, this can represent a new beginning for a relationship. So if you're watching this video because you and your partner have gone your separate ways, maybe somebody asked for space, this is a great card to see because this represents a second chance. This can represent a new beginning in a relationship. This can also just mean, for those who are single, that it's a new beginning for your love life, where you are open to meeting new people. This card usually does represent kind of the phoenix rising from the ashes. And when it comes up, you've been either in a really bad place or a really low place, and now you're finally, it's finally time for you to have happiness again. Okay, so you also have the Four of Wands. Now, it's interesting that this card has come up. This is like the third time that this card has come up, and that's not significant in itself, but the fact that it keeps coming up right here, if you kind of watch, go through the other videos, you will see that this card keeps coming up in this place right here. So, I feel like, I don't know, some of those videos might, if this really resonates with you, what we say in this whole video, you may want to watch some of the other videos to see the ones that have the Four of Wands right here. So this represents a marriage. This represents the home. This represents a firm foundation. And, seeing this next to Judgment and the World, remember this is a new beginning, a second chance. Let's just talk about the World for a minute here. This can represent cycles ending in a relationship. This is a really positive card of change and finally being able to move on. You're done with, a certain cycle in your life. So I feel like for some of you, like you've been struggling in a relationship where you kind of felt like it was over. For some of you, you may have, split up. You may have gone your separate ways. And there's an opportunity for you in the month of April for you to talk this out with your partner. Like I said, this is a card of second chances. And after having been in a really kind of dark place, you're finally able to kind of like bring things back to life. And you have, marriage. So for some of you, this could have been, you know, a marriage that fell apart, where maybe you were on the verge of divorcing, or somebody, like I said, asked for space and moved out, if not you. And I feel like there's, you know, an opportunity to put this relationship back together. It could even be singles who were dating. Maybe you were engaged, or you were feeling like this is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And then something happened where, again, there was a problem and you felt like you were losing that person. I feel like you're moving away from these challenges with the world. Like I said, this represents leaving, you know, one cycle in your life behind you. You've already finished that difficult cycle and you're able to move on to the next phase in your relationship. This represents natural endings. So I feel like for the majority of you, these three cards represent an ending and a new beginning. And for some of you, you know, this message here, the Four of Wands, I feel like relationships are coming out stronger. Either relationships or marriages are getting stronger. Maybe you hit a bump or two, maybe you went your separate ways, but I feel like you're finally moving on to a cycle where things are much more settled and stable and peaceful, and you're much more confident when it comes to your relationship and your partner. But like I said, even for those who are single, I feel like, you know, it's a second chance for you to, you know, have a shot at your life partner, finding your life partner. Maybe you had been through a phase where you were not really meeting anybody, or you went through a phase where you were meeting all the wrong people. I feel like that is changing for you. And with the main energy being the Knight of Swords, this is telling you that there's going to be a lot of things happening for you in the month of April. This is just, you know, a lot of things, everything, a lot of comings and goings. I feel like especially for those who are single, there's going to be a lot of different people that you meet in the month of April. And even for those who are coupled, I feel like you will see a lot of new developments in your situation, in your relationship, especially if you have been struggling. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this row here. We have the Ace of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Three of Wands. So to me, the Ace of Swords, this represents obviously a new beginning. I feel like, you know, this is usually, you know, a card of victory. This is an extremely difficult beginning, but it does represent, you know, victory. I don't usually kind of get that from this card, but I am getting, you know, after having seen this, you know, where somebody went through a really difficult cycle, that you maybe your relationship in the beginning was really tough, but you're finally kind of understanding that this is the person you are drawn to with the Hierophant. This card is a major arcana, and for me, it does represent an energy of kindred spirits and spirituality, and just kind of feeling at home with someone, feeling at home with your partner. And for some of you, this can become clear to you in the month of April. Because to me, the Hierophant is a very spiritual card, kind of like the High Priestess. So I feel like for some of you, where you belong, you know, again, the energy of the Hierophant, that kindred spirit, or even you want to call it the soulmate energy, for some of you, this is crystal clear to you in the month of April. And for those who are coupled, I feel like, you know that you have a good thing. So I feel like you're able to heal the relationship. For those who are confused, maybe you're single and there are other options, you know, maybe there are different people in your life. To me, the Ace of Swords, it represents that you're no longer confused. Your thoughts are no longer all over the place. You finally have clarity. You finally have that aha moment, like this is who I want. Or even those who are coupled, you have that aha moment, that epiphany where you're like, I know what I have to do to heal this relationship, or I know what I have to do to make myself happy or to make my partner happy. This is kind of like a breakthrough moment. But I feel like this is, you know, again, very spiritual. You're being guided to the person that you belong with, that you have that really kind of spiritual bond with. You also have the Three of Wands. So I feel like here you have to stay really focused on what you want and who you want. The Three of Wands, to me, this represents opportunities and looking towards the future. So I feel like a lot of you are gaining clarity when it comes to your love life. You're finally able to understand what in the world is going on in your love life. The energy is there for you to finally know, to have that kind of clarity moment, that aha moment where you finally understand where your partner has been coming from, or maybe you finally understand why you haven't been meeting the right person. you should be focusing on that, not blaming yourself or being too hard on yourself, or those who are coupled blaming your partner. This is a card of keeping your eye on the prize. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Keeping your eyes on the prize. I guess there could be prizes if you're single and there's more than one person that you're interested in. There could even be 3. I don't even know where that came from, but that kind of, it feels like someone might be interested in 3 people. But this is in general a card of focusing on the future and not looking towards the past. This is you kind of waiting for that perfect opportunity. This card also, to me, it does represent waiting. Like, you know, you're waiting for your ship to come in. And I feel like for some of you, you're waiting for a very, like, kind of a very strong soulmate relationship with the Hierophant. This is someone that you feel like this person, like, there is no question, this person is the one. They are the one. You feel very drawn to them. And for some of you, you may even feel like this is your twin flame, or the person that, you know, you're meant to be with. And again, going back to this card, you feel like there's clarity in the month of April. Like, you finally, for some of you, this could even be for those who are single, that you've been around this person and finally you understand that this is the person you have been waiting for, and they've been right in front of you the whole time. Okay, so let's take a look at this row here. We have the 4 of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. So we have a court card. Let's look at him in the first. So we have the King of Pentacles. This can be someone who's an earth sign, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. You are a fire sign, although this could still be you, especially if you have a moon or a rising sign that's in an earth sign. Let's go with that scenario first, and then we'll talk about if this is someone else for you. So if this is you, you know, these are the energies around you here. One of them is the 4 of Cups. So this does represent kind of being, you know, lonely and kind of a little bit unhappy, kind of discontent, feeling even bored with what's going on in your love life. Feeling bored, maybe you're not getting the type of relationship that you want, or you're not getting the type of commitment that you want. I even kind of sense, you know, anger and frustration coming from this card. And this definitely makes sense with the Knight of Wands over here, because I feel like you want to see change. Again, the main energy is the Knight of Swords, these 2 knights. So the key word is movement and change. So I feel like some of you may be feeling frustrated. You're feeling frustrated because you're not seeing things move fast enough for you. This card represents, you know, being roaring to go. You're roaring to go. You want to see, you're very assertive and you're very motivated and driven when it comes to your love life. You may even be the one proposing to someone. You want action. You want to see results. But there's this energy here of being unhappy. And I feel like somebody's not happy that things are not moving fast enough for you. Like, you may know this person is, you may feel like this person in your life is the one. Or you may have your eye on someone, or this could be your partner. Where things are just not moving as fast as you want them to. You're ready to take the next step. And you do have that energy in this reading, because remember, you do have the World, which is a major arcana, and that represents, you know, moving to the next phase, moving to the next cycle. But for some of you, this can be, you know, someone, this can either be your partner, for those who are coupled, the King of Pentacles, this can either be your partner, or this can be someone new coming into your life. Let's go with the couples first. Like I said, it's the same message. I just feel like there's this energy around this person where they may not know what they want. Especially if you have a partner who is an earth sign, they may kind of feel a little withdrawn to you. Like they're not letting you in, and there could be something that's bringing them down that you're not aware of. This may or may not be about your relationship. The 4 of Cups is just feeling kind of bored with life in general. You just kind of feel blah, and you've almost kind of numb. And I feel again like this is your energy. Like you wanna see movement and you wanna see change in this relationship. So I feel like this person may not be acting the way that you want them to. They may not be ready to move as fast as you want to move in your relationship, making decisions. And for those, you know, for those who are single, Again, this is somebody that wants to come into your life. It is lined up here with some great cards. If this is somebody coming into your life and you're meeting them in the month of April, the energies that they have around them here, this is lined up with the Hierophant. You know, this is a kindred spirit. This is someone you feel at home with. It's also lined up with the Four of Wands, which represents, you know, marriage and stability. So I feel like there's great potential with this person, but I feel like you have to be patient. Again, the same energy. They may not be as ready as you are. You may want to see, you know, the relationship really move forward quickly, but I feel like there's like an element of sadness around the person, or they may be really cautious when it comes to moving forward with the relationship. Okay, so let's get some more confirmation from this deck. Let's see what other messages come up for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Sagittarius for April 2017? You have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so now we have both. This has happened for some of the other signs. Other messages for Sagittarius for April 2017. Wow, the Knight of Pentacles. Love reading for Sagittarius, April 2017. The Seven of Swords. Okay, so, you know, it's interesting that we have the King and the Queen of Pentacles. And like I said, this has come up, I think, for two other signs. And for one of them, they were like side by side. And then the other one, they were like you have them, like kind of not quite together. And I feel like that's significant for some of you. This can be, you know, two people. Okay, let's just go with that scenario. This can be two people, two earth signs that are around you. For those who are single, this can be two earth signs that are potential, you know, soulmates for you. People that you feel are kindred spirits. People that can be your life partner, who can be your second chance at happiness. Again, you know, earth sign, sun, moon, or rising, male or female. But to me, also, when I see the king, you know, a king and with his queen, whether it's pentacles, air, swords, cups, it represents, to me, it's like two people who belong together. And again, that's being confirmed by the Hierophant being here. Okay, so, you know, this, again, you have another earth sign kind of screaming at you. So for those who are single, it could be that there is, you know, an earth sign that's coming into your life who can be your life partner, someone who's very important to you. Like I said, I felt, you know, with the Knight of Swords being here, that this will be kind of a busy month for you, that you'll be meeting many different people. There will be a lot of new developments, even for those who are in a relationship. And for some of you, like, the key is someone who is an earth sign. But, I mean, look at this here. This is significant. The Knight of Pentacles. So again, this energy of, you know, I was getting that from this card. You may kind of feel, you know, let's start with those who are single. You meet this person, this earth sign, and you're excited because you feel like, I have finally met the one. This is definitely the person for me. Things may not move as quickly as you want them. The Knight of Pentacles represents slow progress. It's the opposite energy of the Knight of Wands. And so far, you have three knights. You have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. So this knight is, like I said, roaring to go. This is a lot of, you know, a lot of energy, a lot of high energy, and you want to see results and you're ready for action. This is the same energy. This is a lot of things happening, impulsive actions and impulsive thinking. And this is, you know, very kind of slow change. This is someone that doesn't want to move as quickly as the other knights. So I feel like there's, you know, and the fact that it's an earth sign as well, although I don't usually read the knights as earth signs, I mean, as court cards, I feel like, you know, this earth sign that comes into your life may not be ready to move as quickly as you want them to. And if this is your partner, your spouse, again, you're being told with the Knight of Pentacles that there's progress being made on your relationship. There's progress healing the relationship or getting back together. But this usually takes time. The Knight of Pentacles represents slow progress, but you will get your goal. You will get what you want. You also have the Seven of Swords. So this is asking you, to me, this can represent many different things, but Most of the time, this card is asking you to act with caution. Like, don't be your own worst enemy. There could be something that you don't want to see. This can even represent deceit, but I don't see any other cards that support that. I feel like they're saying act with caution, especially because of these messages that I've been getting, you know, where there's all these knights in this reading. Like, there's a lot of movement and change, but there's also a sense of hesitation, you know, from the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, where somebody's not quite ready. You don't want to be your own worst enemy by pushing someone to do something they're not quite ready for. So I feel like you have to be cautious, whether you're in a relationship or you are single. Okay, so let's get some more cards from this deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Sagittarius for April 2017? You have the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius, April 2017. Justice, Sagittarius, April 2017. And the Page of Swords. And at the bottom of this deck, you have the Nine of Swords. So this can be that you're very concerned about your relationship, or you're very concerned about your love life. This does represent, you know, fear, anxiety, and kind of focusing on worst case scenarios. So I feel like for some of you, you know, you're healing, you're trying to get back together with someone, you're hoping for the best when it comes to your love life. But there are some fears going on here. There are some fears that are strong energy. I feel like you're worried that you're not going to get what you want. This could be someone coming through for you. You do have, you know, the Wheel of Fortune telling you that it is your time for change. You have 3 knights in this reading. And again, those all represent change. So now you also have the Wheel of Fortune repeating that, confirming that this is your time to be on top. Not only that, you know, whether you're single or married, it's your time to be on top. It's your time to be happy. It's a very lucky time for you. You also have Justice, another major arcana. This also represents that it's time for you to have justice in whatever way that means to you. Whether you're single and you've met all the wrong people, it's time for the universe to make that up to you by meeting the right person. This could also represent an apology from someone from the past. This represents things finally being balanced out in your relationship. This could because you could have balance because there's finally clarity, like you finally know what you want. You also have the Page of Swords, which to me this card represents honest communication. So for some of you, there could be, you know, that honest communication with your partner, because I feel like some of you may not be on the same page. Like somebody wants to see change and movement, and the other person is a bit more cautious, with the Four of Cups being here, and then the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like there could be, you know, honest communication, an honest heart to heart as far as the truth, you know, like what you want. You know, with the Ace of Swords being here, this is clarity. Like somebody finally knows, somebody finally understands what they want in their relationship. And this is, you know, communication between partners. This could even be for those who are single, that you're finally being honest with yourself about, you know, what you want from your love life or what you want from a partner. Okay, Sagittarius, this has been your love reading for April 2017. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.